My name's Kevin, and my situation pre-Alpha was that I was an atheist, a cynic, born mainly out of ignorance more than anything else. I'd never experienced church, I'd never been around religion in any way, shape or form. But I'd always had a burning itch, really, that billions of people around the world can't be wrong, to believe so strongly and so passionately in one thing, and it always egged away at me that there had to be more to it. So I was having a conversation with my girlfriend, who is a Christian, and she said that if it means that much to you to find out more and to itch that scratch, then why don't you do Alpha? And she asked me to look at the website. I looked at the website, and she said, well, if that helps you understand a little bit more, and if you want to find out more, then why not do it? So I turned up at Alpha on the first night, and my initial reaction was one of being very overwhelmed by the sheer number of people, to the point where I almost just turned around and walked out the door. But I thought, I've come this far and I've got to give it a go. It's why I decided to do it in the first place. So I sat down, got talking to someone who very quickly helped me understand that Christianity was all about understanding and acceptance, and that I wasn't alone, and that everyone in the room here was here for pretty much exactly the same reason. A typical night at Alpha was, I found very quickly, it was one of the highlights of my week. It was a lot of discussion, a lot of hearing people's stories, which is, I think, vital in coming to understand something that's new to you. If you're hearing other people's stories as to why they believe, then it gives you a better understanding quite quickly. So a typical night at Alpha involved eating a lot, getting to know new people, getting to know people's circumstances and situations, and we'd listen to a talk from someone about a different subject each week, and it made it very interesting, because I didn't feel like I was being spoken at or spoken to. It was a different topic of conversation each week, and that's exactly what it was. It was just a group of guys sat around talking about something in a very open, relaxed way, and again, that struck me as very reassuring as well, because it was a very, very relaxed environment, and immediately I felt very at home and very at ease, and it made for a very open environment as well. So I didn't feel, and I wasn't made to feel silly by asking, what I would consider to be daft questions. I was made to feel very welcome, and everything I said had value, and any question was worthwhile. My life has changed since Alpha I'd like to think in a very positive way. I went through life pre-Alpha bumbling along with seemingly no purpose, no idea of what was the right path for me, and I had no idea how to really decide. Since Alpha, and since being introduced to the people that I've met through Alpha, I felt like I've got more purpose to my life. I felt like I feel stronger to make the decisions that I need to make in life, and I feel like I've got a purpose to live my life by, where previously I didn't. I can remember once, very, very early on in Alpha, someone said that if you don't have Christianity in your life, you've got a hole and your life isn't complete. And at the time I thought it was a very arrogant statement, but now I can completely understand. My life feels fuller, and I have something to live my life for. If someone had said to me a year ago that I'd be sat on camera talking about Jesus and talking about my journey, I would have said, don't be so ridiculous. And I'm sat here a year later doing exactly that, and I have Alpha to thank for that.